If he punched you in the face, you'd have to fight off the strong urge to thank him. The last time he flirted with Danger, Danger got clingy. Even his enemies list him as their emergency contact number. He taught Rambo how to shoot an LMG with only one hand. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always use light machine guns, but when I do, I prefer this Pestilence build. Hit like if unique and effective builds are for you. Comment Goldie Pesty to support the channel.
Ready? Okay. Shh.
Bandidos, imagine a world where your LMG is faster than Frenzy and never has to reload, like the Bullet King, except you spread the plague of the outcast. This is the build I have for you, and I am using it right now with the Golden Bullet Global event. I invite you to do the same because it's easy to make and the Pestilence has never felt better. Let me show you why. So if you didn't know, the Golden Bullet is now active and will be ongoing for 2 full weeks. Why is this important? Because you can earn red stars that act as a form of currency that you can use at this vendor to buy named item caches, legacy caches, or exotic caches to get the best gear in the game. And to do that, you basically want to clear lots of content to earn XP as fast as possible. And this build is going to help you do that. So enemies with the Golden Bullet have a symbol above their head. When you kill them, you get the Golden Bullet, which is going to give you massive damage, RPMs, and reload your weapon with every kill. Now, there's a timer on it, but each subsequent kill while you have the buff active will reset the timer. So let's look at the Pestilence. This is not a new exotic, but one of the greatest. So we have rate of fire, stability, and accuracy on this weapon. We got damage to targets out of cover, damage to armor, and a horrible reload, and that's with an improvement thanks to the build. Plague of the Outcast. So hits apply a debuff, dealing 100% weapon damage over 10 seconds. This stacks up to 50 times. Whenever an enemy dies with this debuff, all stacks are transferred to nearby enemies within 25 meters. So super cool. So the objective is to load up each enemy you're shooting at with 50 stacks and get as many enemies as possible filled with those 50 stacks at the same time. Let's call those waterfalls. So basically when the enemy dies, it's going to waterfall over to the nearest enemy. And so the more waterfalls you have going, the faster you're going to clear the entire battlefield. In order to get those 50 stacks out, you want to be able to land your hits and land them as fast as possible. We're running 3 pieces of Umbra and 2 pieces of Striker thanks to the Ninja Bike backpack to get a very high RPM on this weapon that is not actually reflected there. And that's because Umbra doesn't show in the RPM stats, but it's going to be 30% faster than you see there. And that's not all. Because of the Golden Bullet, it's also going to get even faster on top of the buff that Umbra is going to give it. And with Golden Bullet's tightened weapon handling, you're going to be able to reach very far distances with your LMG also. So it's essentially way faster than Frenzy. And because every time you kill an enemy, whether with a bullet or the Plague of the Outcast, while you have Golden Bullet will reload your weapon, you get to avoid that horrible reload that this weapon comes with by default. I'm running Gunner mostly for the 10% armor on kill. That's our only source of armor on kill, but not our only source of heals. But having some armor on kill is really important for this build because of the Plague of the Outcast that's going to be going around and killing enemies for you without you even having to shoot them. Okay, so we're running the Ninja Bike backpack. Starting here, I got a crit chance mod. We got 3 cores, and the talent is called Resourceful, so this slots in with any equipped gear set or brand set to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking a gear set bonus. Now the core of this build is set on Umbra for a lot of reasons. For one, I wanted to go for speed so I can get those stacks up. Also, that gives us a nice 30% reload speed, and I wanted crits on this build too. But mostly speed and heals. Because we're running the Ninja Bike backpack, we're not able to run something like Bloodsucker or the Memento. I wanted to run a set that gave us defense too. And boy, do I love the speed on this. And the mask has weapon damage, crit damage, and crit chance. The chest piece talent increases the stacks, and it's called From the Shadows. So this is gonna push our stacks from 50 to 100. So that's 100% crit damage and 30% RPM increase to this weapon. Huge. I almost always run the Umbra chest piece when I put this set on. It's definitely worth it. And we're also getting heals from this set at 40% of our armor back over 5 seconds, which is the equivalent to 8% armor per second. And the gloves are weapon damage and crit chance. Hey Bandidos, the community we have built together wouldn't have been possible without you. So as a thank you for supporting my channel and the community, I am bringing you the hookup on member perks, including even more Division 2 content and the celebrated gaming music playlists. If you're not part of Tux's Players Club, click the join button below. For the other set, I've decided to go for strikers because I wanted more handling. That's 15% more handling. That's a total of 45% enhanced reload speed and 45% enhanced rate of fire before the golden bullet. And this has weapon damage and crit chance and weapon damage and crit damage. I did try this with a 4-piece striker and bloodsucker in the backpack, and you know, with strikers just not as fast, and the pestilence just feels really good with the additional speed so that you can get those stacks up very quickly, and you're really not gonna have to worry about damage. The truth is, once you get that golden bullet buff, it's just really gonna supersede any damage you have on your build. It's really, really, really strong. So have some fun and explore new and creative builds that are effective and fun. So as far as crits, we are not shy. I have 55% crit chance, and this will be 181% crit damage. And that's because the gear set is giving us 100% crit damage. For skills, I'm just running a fixer. It's a tier 1 fixer, and the decoy. I really like the decoy. Toss that out. And with this, you're gonna be able to run and gun a little bit. For the secondary weapon, I have a shotgun. I'm not really using it. And then the D50, I'm also not really using that. So gunner is giving you that 10% armor on kill, and the plague of the outcast is spreading, getting you that 10% armor on kill pretty consistently. And then when you pop into cover, you can get additional heals as well, which you're gonna have to do anyways because you want to stack up on the RPM. I gotta tell you, it really does feel good to have the Umbra RPM with the striker RPM in addition to the golden bullets RPM. Stacking all 3 RPMs is really where it's at with this build. Tons of fun with the Pestilence. I've been running lots of LMGs with this event, and I gotta say the Pestilence with this setup is one of the best. Here's another highly effective LMG build you can use right now.
Follow me.